Hi there, this is Leah from Mommyish, and today I have a tutorial which is basically for the add-on that I've added to the Pocket Template Maker Actions. So the first thing are two new templates, or base templates. One's 6 by 8, the other is 8.5 by 11, which is like your standard letter size page. What you're going to do, both in Photoshop Elements and CS, is view, then make sure you go to show and guides, like that. And we'll do it here too, view, show, and guides. There it is. The 11.5 by, or 8.5 by 11 is a little tricky, I found, because basically all the pocket pages that you typically deal with are on a 12 by 12 grid. So everything's kind of made in 3s, 2s, 4s, 6, etc. So what I did was I made it so we have whole numbers to deal with. So I took off a 1/2 of an inch on the width, and then the guide on the top, or a 1/4 of an inch on the sides, a 1/2 of an inch on the top and bottom. So this allows us to create pages with the sizes. So here I'm going to use the rounded ones. Look, I'm having a hard time seeing these. Sorry, I'm like half blind. Alright, so I'm just going to make one and we'll just go from there. You know me, I'm just like, we'll do anything. Because of the way the action works, it's going to place it still on the grid, or what it thinks is on the grid of a 12 by 12. There's no way around that, so I am sorry for that. But it's still there, you know, it's convenient enough. Alright, here I'm going to do a 2 2x2s. I think that'll be fun. Like this. And as you see, the guides help me snap things into place. What else could we do? Let's do 3x3 and a 3x3. Like that. And so obviously either I can put two 2x2s there, or a 2x4. I'm going to do a 2x4. Oops, I meant a 2x3. Sorry. Let's see. That one? There it is. I was like, is it not going to show up for me? But there it is. And what should we do here? Let's try 2 4x3s. There we go. Sorry for that little hesitation there. It's a little later in the day, so my mind doesn't work quite as fast as it does in the morning. Alright, so now we have all of our shapes into place. I'm going to go ahead and use the resize actions. That way all our spacing is going to be right. So these are 3x3s. So 1, 2. This is our 2x3. These were our 4x3s. Alright, we have our 2x2s. And that one. And then at last, a 6x4. If I turn off the guides, you can see there that all of our spacing is right on, which is exactly what we wanted. As for an additional action, I wasn't quite sure totally what, hopefully I'm understanding the same way you are, because basically shapes are just like any other layer. You could rasterize them or simplify them in PSC. They would just, you know, you would normally, or at least for me, I guess in Photoshop Elements is a Control-G will, what I say, clip a paper to the layer below it. And Photoshop, it's Control-Alt-G. So what the action does is it creates a layer above the layer you choose and clips it to it. So what I would just do is choose each layer, hit play, and you'll see there that right here it says put awesome stuff here. So if I opened up a paper, I could copy it, and then when I have this layer chosen, put paste, and then we'll put it right there. So you can just do that for each layer, or each shape, I should say. and it'll say, always say, put awesome stuff here. Because I'm a dork. And I'm like, yeah, everyone knows what awesome stuff is. Awesome stuff is awesome. Just like that. So that would be a more fully finished template for you to save. And again, always save it as something different. You don't want to overwrite your base file. So that was this one. I'm going to close this. I'm not going to save. And this is our 6x8, which is easier, I find, to work with than the 8.5 by 11. But again, I think it's more because I'm not used to doing 8.5 by 11 pages. I usually work on a 12 by 12, and I've just recently started hybrid, and I'm working with a 6x8. So yes, now we have our grid. It looks a little different, but I was trying to keep in mind all the different sizes of pockets that you would normally have on this type of page. And obviously, they're a lot smaller. So I'm going to start with the 4x4. And look how big it is in relation to the page. It's ginormous. It's ginormous. Here I'm going to do two 2x4s. For fun. And here I'm just going to do a row of 2x2s. I think that'll be fun. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, the placement's going to be a little weird when you create the shapes because it's putting it in a specific coordinate. Ta-da! And once more, we just do our resize actions, which are really simple. So we'll start with our 2x2s. And our 2x4s. And lastly, our 4x4. Just like that. If you want to have more of a margin around the edges, I would suggest copying all of your layers, do a Control-T. Make sure you constrain your proportions, and maybe 98% or so, 99%. Actually, I keep going back to 99%. 99% works pretty good. Ta-da! Now, for the clip it layers, again, you just choose your layer one at a time and run your action. And it does it just like that. So I'm going to close this up. I'm not going to save. I'm going to show you quickly, for you Photoshop element people, this is what your icon looks like for Clip It. You see it's meant to look like, how you have a layer, and then you clip it to the layer underneath it. That's why it says Clip It. So yeah, that's that. I hope this has been helpful, and I really hope you guys still enjoy the Template Maker actions. It's really a lot of fun, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.